Hey there, fight fans. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe this episode of Combat Sports Talk. What up, fight fans? My name is Ryan Smith, and this is Combat Sports Talk, a podcast dedicated to UFC and Bellator discussion, the MMA community, and combat sports in general. We are live for UFC 257. This is the main event of the evening. We just got finished seeing Michael Chandler's debut here in the UFC by knocking out Dan Hooker. It was a first-round finish. Unbelievable. I wasn't even expecting it. I did pick Michael Chandler to win this fight on the podcast this week, but I didn't think it was going to be this quick, this hard, this fast. And maybe that's what she said. Anyway, we have had a great card. This has been a really good one. You know, there's a lot of people out there who like to talk crap about the pay-per-views and the people that they get booked on these cards. These fights have been amazing, and I just want to go through quick recap as we get ready for the main event of the evening, and that is Dustin Diamond Poirier versus Conor McGregor 2. Now, that fight took place the first time in 2014. Conor McGregor finished him, although if you go back to some of our archives, you'll know that we thought that perhaps Conor caught Dustin Poirier in the back of the head, and that had a lot to do with the finish. All that's put aside now. These fighters are both very different now. Some 6 years later, we're going to see what happens tonight. So let's go through some of the results. First fight of the night was Marina Rodriguez versus Amanda Hebus. Of course, there was a lot of people excited about Amanda Hebus. She came in as a minus 335. That meant if you want to win $100, you're going to have to put $335 down to win $100 in Vegas. Unfortunately for Hebus fans, Marina Rodriguez put her out very quickly in the second round via TKO. It was a great shot. In the next fight of the night, it was Andrew Sanchez versus Mahmoud Moridov. And, he was a minus 143 coming in, the favorite. And he put Andrew Sanchez away in the third round. Everybody's yelling out stinky leg. Very reminiscent of the Rashad Evans loss to Lyoto Machida, if you remember that fight way back in the day. In the next fight, we had Jessica Ai, who lost a 3-round decision to Joanne Jojo Calderwood. It's one of those things where it was Muay Thai versus boxing, and Muay Thai came out on top. Joanne was working the Muay Thai clinch, throwing all different kinds of knees, kicks, got a couple of teep kicks to the face. That's how you win a fight. Wouldn't let Jessica Ai get the fight to the ground. When it didn't stay there long. That was a great fight for Joanne Calderwood. I think she's going to get that shot that she was promised way back in the day to fight Valentina Shevchenko. Now, you know how I feel about that. I really don't think that there's anybody at 125 pounds that could take out Valentina Shevchenko, especially when you're putting another Muay Thai striker in with Valentina Shevchenko. I don't know how you're going to get I don't know how the odds are in Joanne's favor there, but she's earned it. She deserves it. I think that she's going to be another person that we're going to want to see what she can do against Valentina Shevchenko. In the co-main event, we just finished that up. Dan Hooker, he was a speed bump for Michael Chandler tonight. First round finish, 2 minutes and 31 seconds into the fight. KO. One punch man kind of thing. I love my one punch man drops. So here we go.
All it took was one punch.
All it took was one punch, and that's the story of the fight. Now we're coming into Dustin Diamond Poirier. There's a lot of people out there who said that they were having some trouble with viewing the pay-per-view. Hopefully all of you got that now addressed, set up, ready to go. If you are watching me on Periscope, on Facebook, on YouTube, anywhere you are, you just go ahead and type in that chat. I can see your chats come up. We can have a pretty good conversation. So go ahead and do that whenever you want. While we do that, we're waiting. We're seeing Conor McGregor promos. It's been a little bit unfair, if you ask me, for Dustin Poirier, because this guy is, he's a interim champion. He's done a lot in the lightweight division. He fought Habib Nurmagomedov. They're acting like this guy isn't even worthy to grace the octagon with Conor McGregor. Like, this is the Conor McGregor show. And I get it. He's a huge superstar, but Dustin Poirier is, I would argue, the most dangerous person that Conor McGregor has faced outside of Habib Nurmagomedov, and so I'm excited to see what's going to happen here, because both of these fighters have developed and evolved over the years, and this is a great opportunity to see what's going to happen. Now, Conor McGregor says that he's going to knock him out in like the first round, 60 seconds kind of thing. I don't know. We're going to have to see. Conor McGregor's coming out. Now, if it is a traditional Conor McGregor walkout, he is going to come out to Foggy Dew, and then it's going to change to Hypnotized by the Notorious B.I.G. Let's give it a listen here. Sounds like that's what it's going to be. So what do you guys think? Who you have in this fight? You got the number 2 guy at lightweight, Dustin Poirier, coming in against Conor McGregor, who's currently ranked at number 4. I picked Conor. It's hard to go against Conor. I know that I just said that, Dustin Poirier is a dangerous guy, but still think Conor's going to get it done. So we'll see. Got that Foggy Dew playing right now. All right. Let's see here. We got Pat's Rad Cards. He says it's gotta be Mac. You know what? I think you're right here. Conor McGregor is just such a dynamic striker. He's got a way to put it, a lot of those different kicks and punches. That left hand, he's a southpaw, so that left hand is lightning. Dustin Poirier is going to have to figure out how he's going to be able to manage the distance that Conor McGregor is so good at managing. So we're going to see. We're going to see what happens. Maybe we'll get that arm flap like we know we can get. Conor's coming in at a -305, so he's a big favorite coming into this fight. Dustin Poirier is a +250, even though he is the higher ranked fighter. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Conor's walking to the ring. As Conor walks to the ring, I want to tell you a little bit of things that we do. And one of the things that we do, especially for main events, is we do something called the buffer factor. Now, the buffer factor is we record how long it takes Bruce Buffer to announce the main event. A fight should last at least as long. A fight should last at least as long as it takes to announce it. So what we're hoping is that this fight lasts about 3 minutes or more, because it takes about 3 minutes to announce the main event. We got Brian Stucker watching. He says diamond to win, watching out there on Periscope. Shout out to you tonight. We'll see. This is a winnable fight for Dustin Poirier. I currently have Conor McGregor winning this fight. I think it's going to go 5 rounds for decision. Conor says it's going to go 60 seconds. Who knows what's going to happen here? So we'll see what happens. I will be giving you commentary and play-by-play as it happens for those of you out there who are unable to catch the stream or unwilling to pay the $70 that it took. I can't show you the stream. That would be illegal. But I can tell you what's going on play-by-play. Be sure to chat in the chat window, and that'll let me know what you want to know, what you think, how you're scoring it, and I'll tell you how I'm scoring it, even though I am not officially scoring it. So I do have a scoring methodology published on our website at combatsportstalk.com that how, when I do score a fight, so if there's ever controversy of a fight that is very close, then I'll go back and rewatch it, use my scoring criteria, and I'll tell you who won. But in this one, I do want to enjoy it. I want to enjoy it as a fan. And so when you're scoring a fight, when you're judging a fight, it's so much harder to watch and enjoy the fight when you're trying to score and judge it. So because of that, I'm not going to do it live during the fight. Okay. Conor is in the ring. He is skipping around, shaking his hands, getting ready for Dustin Poirier. So Isaiah Cardenas wants to know, how'd Michael Chandler beat Hooker? So, it was interesting. Dan Hooker got on his bike, going around the ring, trying to avoid Hooker, really trying to avoid Michael Chandler. Dan Hooker was throwing a lot of leg kicks, really trying to get that low calf kick going. But what ended up happening is, as the round continued to go on, Michael Chandler began to bull rush Get in closer, get in closer. He threw a jab, came over with a hook, and lit him up. It was one shot, one kill. Dan Hooker tried to wrestle. Michael Chandler grabbed his head, because you're trying to wrestle a wrestler. It's not going to work. Michael Chandler grabbed his head and just started piston punching right to that head, and they had to stop the fight. So it was very quick, one punch, kind of one hitter quitter, and that's how it happened for Dan Hooker. Michael Chandler came out, had a great promo. You know, it was something that he'd prepared. Bit a little bit of the shtick from Ric Flair. The only thing he didn't do was woo. So there you go. Hopefully that helped, Isaiah. But let me know what else you want to know. So we got the pride of Lafayette, Louisiana, Dustin Diamond Poirier. I've actually got some heritage, some family in Louisiana, so I pass through Lafayette all the time. It would be really cool to see Dustin Poirier out there somewhere. He's such a nice guy. He's got a great service foundation that he does. A lot of times his kit that he wears during the fights, he auctions off to try to raise money for his foundation. So Conor McGregor said that he was going to donate after this fight. So that's something that's really good. Thank you, sir, for the subscription. I really appreciate that. Check us out. We do this every week on all your favorite podcast platforms. So, predictions of this fight. I think this fight's going to go all 5 rounds. I think it's going to be Conor on top, maybe 3-2, because it's really one of those fights where both of these fighters are super talented. They're very good. They've evolved, but I think Conor's going to come out on top just because he can manage the distance. He can switch things up. Kicks, punches. He's so quick. That left hand is dynamite. I think that's how it's going to go. So we'll see. I've only been wrong a couple of 100,000 times, but guess what? I got the Dan Hooker fight right. I did not get the Jessica I fight right. So I had Jessica I. Joanne Calderwood just pieced her up. You know what? We're going to talk about that on the show. I'll be listening to some eating crow sounds for sure. So they're getting the last minute touches on Dustin Poirier. We're getting the Vaseline. We're getting all slicked up and ready to fight. And then we're going to record. We're going to time the buffer factor. So that's the next thing on the agenda here. Thanks so much for joining me tonight. And so go ahead, type in your chat box. If you're on Periscope, if you're on YouTube, if you're on Facebook, just let me know what you think. We'll turn this into a conversation. Great. So we fist bumped. Conor McGregor and Dustin Poirier fist bumped. So no bad blood this time, and that's really good. I think that it's better when they don't have bad blood, and it keeps it a nice sporting type of atmosphere. You know, Jessica I and Joanne Calderwood, they did have bad blood, and so the fight was super fast paced. You know, they were throwing punches, bunches. They were doing all kinds of things. There we go. Here we go. It is time for us to get ready for this. I'm going to be timing the announcement. So here we go. Going with the tail of the tape right now. So looks like they're both 32 years old. They're the same height. Dustin Poirier came in a pound heavier, and Conor has a 2-inch reach advantage. That's right. I'm a little bit ahead of John Anik tonight. All right, here we go. All right. This is the timer. There you go. We put it over here. All right, Isaiah, you're saying Conor is going to win by TKO in the second round? We'll see. We'll see what happens there. We'll see what happens. Herb Dean, a.k.a. Shao Kahn. This guy lets them go, even if they're bloody and stumbling around. He's going to let the fight go on. So what we're doing is we're just timing the announcement. We want to set the buffer factor just in case this fight goes less than it took to announce it. I'll hold it in this hand. That way I can... There we go. Try to get that light out of the way. There we go. All right. So So you want to know my favorite fighter? My favorite fighter is Demetrius Mighty Mouse Johnson. He is my dude. I ride or die for him. You might go to my Twitter and you see I'm correcting Daniel Cormier about Henry Cejudo beating Demetrius Johnson. He was awarded the victory. He did not beat Demetrius Johnson. My number 2 guy is a guy that's been suffering a little bit. It's Tony Ferguson. I love Tony Ferguson. Hated him in The Ultimate Fighter, but I love the fighter he became. After that, then, GSP, and I like JDS and all those guys. Oh, man. Okay, that's all right. That's all right. I still respect you. Dude is still a great fighter. He did put TJ Dillashaw out, and I respect him as a bantamweight champion. But my boy, I still think my boy beat him. Check our webpage at combatsportstalk.com. I wrote an article about the scoring methodology, and see what you think about how I scored the Henry Cejudo Mighty Mouse fight. It's pretty controversial. You might not agree with it, but it's something to check out. Okay, Conor has just been announced. Now we're announcing Dustin Poirier. So just think about that for a second, though. We're 2 minutes and almost 30 seconds into this introduction. Main event introductions are long, so we want to expect this main event to go at least this long. If it doesn't, whoo, that's bad. All right, so we have almost finished. This is a bit on the long side for Bruce Buffer. All right, and stop. There you go. 3 minutes and 1 second for the buffer factor. This fight needs to go at least that long. All right. Herb Dean is giving the final instructions. It's time. All right. You got the ole, ole, ole in the background. All right, here we go. The crowd is getting a little quiet. Fight start. Oh, nope. Fight has not started. Conor. Wait, I guess the fight has started. That was awkward. Conor already lands a left hand. He's very inside. Just lands a straight right. Dustin Poirier lands an inside leg kick. Conor catches him again with a left jab. It's a left cross. He's a southpaw. There we go. Conor is pressuring. Right on the corner, right on the cage. You got Poirier. He's starting to fight his way off the cage. There we go. Poirier with another inside leg kick. Very relaxed. Poirier is. Conor. Poirier just took down Conor McGregor. Inside leg trip. Conor scoots back to the wall, trying to get up. Very much Habib Nurmagomedov kind of wrapping up the legs. So looks like that's the plan, is to tie up Conor's legs and try to do what Habib did. Conor's getting back up, posting right now, trying to get back up. Poirier is not letting him. So right now we are against the cage. Poirier has Conor down. Conor's posting up. Conor stood up. Now he's fighting off. Really trying. Poirier has a body lock. Conor's fought off now, reversed. Poirier is now on the cage. They're getting ready to come up. Conor giving him a shoulder strike. That's what he got Cowboy Cerrone with. All right, Conor's got hand control. He's got Poirier against the cage. Another big shoulder strike by Conor McGregor. Doesn't look like it's doing the same type of damage that it did for Cowboy Cerrone. Now Conor just comes over the top with a left. Now reversal by Poirier, and now we've got an underhook on the right side, and Conor's controlling. A couple of knees from Conor coming in. We got a big uppercut coming in from Poirier. Now we're fighting on the cage. A lot of grappling right here on the cage. Nobody really has control. Everybody's landing something. Conor's landing another knee. Very quick inside knee. Another shoulder strike by Poirier. So a lot of grappling, a lot of action on the cage right now. They're really trying to get position. Another knee to the exposed ribs by Conor to Poirier. There we go. Another knee. And Conor's got Poirier's posture broken. So he's really bent over and exposing himself for Conor's knees coming in. So Conor's trying to control here. Poirier's pushing him up against the cage. A lot of grappling, trying to get that single, trying to get that takedown, but it's not going to work. Doesn't look like Conor's going to let himself get taken down. Conor just reversed. Looks like Conor wants to get off the cage and get back to the center of the ring. Another big shoulder strike. This one looked like it might have hurt a little bit. Another shoulder strike by Conor McGregor. They're talking to each other, and it's going back and forth. Now we got a foot stomp by Conor McGregor to Poirier. So they're trying to separate, pummeling back and forth. We got an underhook. Now Conor's starting to break away, but Poirier won't let him. Grabs him back in, keeps that in there. Conor with a couple of hand palm strikes to Poirier, but everything's taking place on the cage. It's all grappling right now. So everything's happening. Conor with a big elbow on the break. Now they're coming back to the middle of the ring. Got an inside leg kick by Poirier. Conor's faking. Big left hand by Conor. Lands flush. Jab, right hand jab. Now we got Poirier trying to change levels to go again. No dice. Conor's still looking. Another nice jab by Conor. Another uppercut with a right hand by Conor. Poirier is at a striking disadvantage right now. But he is tough. Conor is avoiding Poirier's strikes. Poirier is swinging and missing. We got a jab and then another jab. Conor is just landing at will on Poirier. Another hook. Conor's throwing combos. None of those landed though. We got a smile on Poirier's face. Outside leg kick by Poirier. Now Poirier's on the cage. Poirier fights off the cage, pushing Conor back to the middle of the ring. Now we've got a left outside calf kick by Poirier. But Conor's coming back in here again. He's landing at will. He's so fast. I don't know that Poirier has got the head movement that he needs. Conor tries a spinning kick. Didn't really land, kind of blocked. So Conor he's inside, pressuring, just so fast. There's a nice little jab. We got 9 seconds left. This round went by really fast, but Conor is just landing at will whenever he wants to. Not doing a lot of damage, just touching him. End of round number 1. I've got this scored 10-9 Conor McGregor. Dustin Poirier, he's in there. He's in it to win it, but he's just not. His head movement isn't great enough. He's getting touched up by Conor McGregor, and so that's what's going to make the difference in this fight. Round number 1 goes to Conor McGregor. We'll see what happens in round number 2. So we're listening to Conor McGregor's corner right now. They said, keep doing what you're doing. Yeah. So Poirier's corner is telling him, you've got to get your head off the center line. He's eating these punches by Conor McGregor. You can't just sit there in the pocket. Conor is too fast. He's too elusive. He's just gonna eat you up that way. So we're gonna see if Poirier can keep Conor guessing. That takedown was very nice. He didn't do a lot of damage. Conor was able to get up. They grappled on the cage a whole lot. We're gonna see what happens in the next round. Here we go. Round number 2 is beginning now. All right. Here we go. We got Conor throwing his right hand jab. We've got a big outside kick. Now Conor comes back with a nice punch, stumbling Poirier, but he's okay. Another right uppercut into Poirier. These outside leg kicks will pay dividends for Poirier later because he's landing them. We don't see any damage really on Conor right now. Conor just threw an outside leg kick. Conor tried to high kick. It got blocked. Conor's trying to throw. Poirier lands an outside leg kick. There we go. Now, Poirier learns a big one, but Conor's going to try to use it to unbalance Poirier. Poirier rolls off the cage. He's okay. All right, Conor is still providing pressure. Poirier throws a nice little jab. So it's coming around. Conor catches him again. So it's a real big challenge for Poirier. He's got to do something. Conor checked that leg kick. It was right on the knee, right on the shin. Just checked it. Now here we go. Now there we go. Poirier, Conor's starting to piece him up again. got Poirier on the cage. Conor's letting him off the cage now. All right, they're back in the middle of the ring. They're feinting. Conor catches the outside leg kick. He's got Poirier's foot up. He's going to try to use it. He's getting Conor. Oh, so Conor lets it go. So he caught the kick, used it to push Poirier back. He caught it again, and now he's starting to use it to try to get inside. Action is going really fast, so I'm doing my best to try to describe what's going on. Poirier is starting to do a little bit of head movement now, still landing that leg kick. Conor's right calf is starting to turn a little bit red, but it's not debilitating, not stopping him yet. Poirier is looking a lot better in this round. Conor checked again, trying to went for a home run there, missed. 2 home runs and missed. Poirier's head is on the swivel now for sure. Catches him that time with the left, but Poirier's still in. Poirier's fighting on the cage. Conor is really trying to get him out of there, but it's not happening. Now Poirier has reversed. Now Poirier is starting to throw combos on Conor. Poirier's landed on Conor. Poirier's landed on Conor on the cage. Poirier lands a big left hand. Conor is taking lots of damage. Conor just got stumbled. Conor is down. Conor is out. He is done. Conor McGregor finished in the second round. Conor is bloody nose. He is on the ground. It is over. Conor McGregor loses to Dustin Poirier in the second round. Woo! That was quick. Yes way. Conor is laying down. He is stunned. He has no idea what just happened. It was just boom, boom, boom. Wow. No, I'm not saying psych right now. That's what happened. Yes way. That's what happened. Yes, I'm thinking the same thing. I mean, Conor was elusive, just completely touching Poirier up this whole fight. Poirier reverses the position, and then he goes in. Boom, 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 boom. Starts throwing all these combos, and next thing you know, Conor's hands go down. Poirier throws the big bomb. Conor timbers down to the ground, and it is over. There's no doubt. Conor looks pretty hurt. He tried to stand up. They had to sit right back down again. That look, it might have been. You can't trust that Louisiana hot sauce, man. Only put that on gumbo, then. That's all you can do. Man. Now you can see that Poirier has taken some damage. So he's got some things on his face. Conor looks like he might have blown out a knee or something like that. He is limping. But true sportsmanship, great job. Great job by the both of them. And that's what we want to see. You know, ultimately mixed martial arts and martial arts in general is about respect. And so we're seeing that now. Yes, Shaba, I am equally surprised. I really did think that this was going to go the whole distance. I really did think that Conor's elusive striking was going to keep him from taking the type of damage. So now we're getting the replay, and we're just, there's the left hook just started working, got an uppercut. Conor's dodging, boom, big left hook. And I think that might have been the beginning of the end. And then right hook, left hook, and then boom. I guess it was like a right uppercut. Very inside, quick right uppercut. Leans Conor back. Conor goes like this as he's falling. And that is the end. Yes. Somebody did make a whole bunch of money. Whole bunch of money. Now what? See, this is the challenge whenever you're someone like Conor McGregor, because you have to keep winning, or people start losing faith that you are really still in it, that you really still have the the commitment to being an elite fighter. And so I think that you're going to start seeing people starting to doubt Conor, because now he's got that win against Cowboy, but this fight shows that he's kind of tarnished. I don't know. I'm not going to say that. I love Conor. He's a great fighter. I picked him tonight, but he got finished. Wow. So Conor is limping. We may learn that he might have blown out an ACL or something like that on his way down, but he's taking it He's showing good sportsmanship. Bruce Buffer's making the announcement right now. .232 in round number 2. Dana is crying tonight. They're 1-1. Dustin Poirier saying that he's willing to do a rubber match, see who can break the tie. Okay. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. I'm not even gonna even dispute it. You did say I think you called round 2 too, didn't you? I'm going back. Yes, you did. You said Diamond to win. Isaiah said Conor round KO round 2, but you did call Dustin Poirier. Shout out to you. So we're getting comments by Dustin Poirier right now. Good Fight Foundation. That's the name of his foundation. So, of course, he's going to be ready for a title shot. All right. Yes, he does. Yeah. And that's a great thing about Dustin Poirier. Like, you got to love that guy. Who hates Dustin Poirier? Nobody hates Dustin Poirier. Got a lot of heart. Conor was looking good for a while. That's the fight game. Things can change that quickly. So, yes, for those of you who are checking me out right now, go ahead, like and subscribe our podcast. We are everywhere you want to check out a podcast. We do this every Monday night. Me and 3 other guys. We're all huge super fans of the sport. We've studied it. We've followed this sport for over. I've followed the sport for over a decade. This is one of those things where I love this, and I do this podcast because I love the sport so much. You see, got my posters on the wall. But let's see. Now we're going to Conor. Yeah. So Conor's speaking now. Let's see what he's got to say. Okay. So Conor said he wasn't as comfortable as he needed to be. So what he's saying is that, it's been a while since he's been in there. It's really been a year since he's fought, and he needs the activity. He says, you can't get great if you're inactive. So, it's very difficult to understand Conor right now. I would tell you what he's saying, but it's hard. So he's going to regroup. He wants to get the rematch with Dustin Poirier. We'll get the rubber match. I think it's going to be a great fight. I would be excited to see it. It's worth another headliner, but I don't think Dustin Poirier wants that fight immediately. I think he wants a shot at the title. So who do you think he should go ahead and have that title shot against? Right? Got Charles Oliveira out there. I would love to see Charles Oliveira versus Dustin Poirier. That's a fight. I know that you would probably want to get Michael Chandler up there because he's, with that knockout of Dan Hooker skyrocketing. But why don't you go ahead, Michael Chandler versus Conor McGregor? Put that fight together. I'd love to see that. And then give Charles Oliveira versus Dustin Poirier the title shot. I think that's what the matchmaker should do. So, let's go through one last time with the results from the UFC 257, and then we'll go ahead and get out of here. You guys can get some sleep and check us out on Monday. We do a live show at 10:30 p.m. Central Time. And then we publish on Tuesdays around between 8:30 and 10:30 a.m. So you can check out our full recap of UFC 257 early next week. So just to wrap up, we got Marina Rodriguez, who defeated Amanda Hebus in round number 2 via TKO. You had Mahmoud Moridov, who defeated Andrew Sanchez in round 3 via TKO. You had Joanne Calderwood defeating Jessica I via decision in a 3-round fight. It was all Joanne Calderwood. Michael Chandler had his debut here in the UFC with Dan Hooker, which everyone thought Dan Hooker was going to be a huge challenge. And what it turned out to be is Dan Hooker was just a little bit of a speed bump for Michael Chandler, skyrocketing into contention here in the lightweight division with a first-round TKO of Dan Hooker. And then finally, Dustin the Diamond Poirier got his revenge against Conor McGregor with a second-round TKO, I would say a knockout, of Conor McGregor in UFC 257. And that's about it. So I'm going to finish up with this comment here from Isaiah Cardenas. It says, Chandler versus Justin, Dustin versus Charles, winners for the title shot maybe. Also, isn't UFC related? Not who I got going to the Super Bowl. Okay. So it's really hard on the AFC side because I don't know what's going to happen to Patrick Mahomes. I mean, he went down with a with a concussion. So coming up against the Bills, I don't know. I like the Chiefs going back. On the other side, I want to see Brady go with another team, but I think the Pack's going to be too strong. So I got the Packers and the Chiefs in the Super Bowl this year. So that's it. I'm wrapping up. My name is Ryan Smith. I am the host of Combat Sports Talk. You can find us on all your platforms, social media, everywhere. Go ahead, like and subscribe, follow. Check us out on combatsportstalk.com. Give us some support. Let us know what you think. We'll be back on Monday with another show. Thank you so much for joining us. As a reminder, keep your hands up, your chin tucked, and throw bombs. We'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.